So I have a fun example here. We're going to select a SQL data source for this one, and we're going to just specify the SQL Server. Now, VerbaGPT is one of the few, and I'm not familiar with that many actually, solutions that can actually take in relational database structures and apply large language models to them. There are a few data options out there that can use a CSV input like OpenAI's code interpreter, but as soon as you go to a relational data set, the complexity just goes that much higher, because now you're not talking about one data set, you're talking about several tables and they have complex relationships between them. So how can a large language model figure it out? Well, that's where a tool like VerbaGPT can really help, because it has a context embedding framework that's part of it that helps make the connections between the tables. And the most amazing thing of all, and I'll actually get to that. Let me get to the question, then I'll come back to the most amazing thing. So the question we're going to ask here is, rank the top selling albums by that famous Irish band. Okay, and I don't know what answer I'm going to get to this question. I mean, what famous Irish band? I mean, I'm thinking of U2, but I don't know what the large language model is going to think. So I'm just going to ask it the question. And let me get back to the amazing thing. The amazing thing is all that processing is happening locally. All of this is happening locally. This is not on the cloud. So you can connect to your local data sets. Not a single row of your data is accessed by the large language model. That is truly revolutionary. It's amazing. It's able to do all that without accessing your data. So from a data privacy perspective, this is obviously pretty much the grail right there. Okay, so rank the top selling albums by that famous Irish band. And I was thinking of U2, and seems like the large language model got that. So it did pick out U2 as the artist I was thinking about, a bit of a mind reader there, and wrote the query for us to answer our question. And the interesting thing about it is that it's not a simple query. It's not one table. It had to make connections between 1, 2, 3 different tables. And here we have it. Here's our answer. It ranked the top selling albums of U2, and the output here is a print output. We can also get a data frame output, but this is editable, so you can actually edit it. So I'm calling the data frame there, and then I can get it in a nicely formatted table as well. So there we have it. That's the power of VerbaGPT. Ask it a question, and it's able to make connections, answer those questions, doing it all locally, and doing it all without having to pay for the query. So this is not an API where you're paying whatever it is, 20 cents, 30 cents a query. They can go to as high as $1 or more for certain types of queries, but here you're not paying that. So really amazing. You can tell that I love I love playing with this tool and asking interesting questions and getting really amazing sort of responses from the large language model. It surprises me every time how well it's able to handle very complex questions, and in this case a vague question, not a specific question, and it was able to handle it gracefully, and it executed it, and I got the answer that I wanted. So thank you for watching. If this is interesting to you, you can find out more content at verbagpt.com. You can request access to VerbaGPT over there as well. We look forward to hearing from you. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.